I knew I loved you when I kept coming back. And this isn't some fling. This isn't some, idea crush. It never went away.
Yeah.
I winged my proposal speech.
He did good. But I would prefer if he wrote the vows.
When you make your disgust face, it's not, it just makes me laugh because of how animated it is. I always promise to feed you breakfast.
And I always promise to feed you dinner.
I don't believe you.
I always promise to feed you dinner on Sundays.
There we go. I believe that. One of the nicest things you ever done for me was take care of me when I was sick. I couldn't even get off the bed and everybody was fighting around me and you were telling them, bringing order to everybody.
So one of the nicest things you've done for me is listen to all that I said I was lacked when I was growing up and tried to give it to me. So I was in Jamaica. I wasn't making any national teams or anything. So it was nice to have somebody who's at the top of their game telling you that you can also do it too, whatever you're going through.
I forgot you were gonna quit.
Yeah, it was getting hard mentally and told me that nothing to lose if I just go and run one more race. Yeah.
And then you made the Olympic team.
I love you, even when you do something annoying like fart under the covers.
Well, while we're keeping
I'm sorry, baby.
Well, while we're keeping it in the bed, I still love you, even though you be putting your cold feet on me.
Okay.
How do you have colder feet
That's
than me?
a sweet one.
I'll always think you're cute when you drag people around Universal.
I'll always think you're the cutest when you wake up in the morning, put on the music, and you're dancing. And also when your eyes light up when you're talking about your new ideas. One of the hardest things you've got me through is when I lost my first brother. I don't know if you remember, but we weren't dating at the time.
No, I was gonna say, I don't think we were dating at the
We
time.
weren't dating at the time, but it was 2019 and he had just won the championship and so on. And I remember you texting me and I really appreciated that. Because I thought you would be on a tour somewhere or so on, but you were there, so yeah.
You were the first person to make me feel completely safe to be completely open.
I agree with that. You're the first person to make me feel like I can be myself.
I think when I thought about finding the partner, it was more on it's gonna take years to build this foundation of something, not knowing that in our friendship we had already built a lot of that stuff. So when we actually got into a relationship, a lot of it came easier. And it wasn't so much, we have to build up to it. It's like we already have it and now we're just kind of putting signatures on everything.
With me, it came on God's timing. I would say you came into my life when I needed you the most. So the first time we FaceTime, I know I had feelings for you.
I knew I had feelings for you when my heart wouldn't stop beating fast. Yeah, that's everything.
I would say that too.
When you have a hard week, I vow to always feed you seafood boils.
When you have a hard week, I always vow to listen. When we have children in the future, I want them to take your confidence. I want them to be a go-getter like you.
If we have kids, I want them to take after you by their resilience. When we're old and gray, I promise to still spank you on the bottom.
When we're old and gray, I still promise to love you.
Well, now that makes me want to change mine.